Hello everyone, my name is Manish, and in this video I'm going to discuss about a very important question, that is how to give self-introduction in an interview. This is one of the most important questions that any interviewer asks in any interview. So before answering this question, you have to be careful and you should understand that how to answer this question. The same question could be asked in different ways, like tell me something about yourself, give your introduction, introduce yourself, or it could be other thing also. Now, as I said, that you need to understand that how to answer this question. Now, at the very beginning, I told you that this is the most important question an interviewer asks. It means you should know that what do they want to know from you by asking this question. What is their motive behind this question? First. Second, you should also know that while answering to this question, what kind of things you should include, what kind of skills or hobbies you should include while answering, and what are the other skills or hobbies that you must not include while answering to this question. And when you are giving this answer, how to deliver in a very precise, concise, in a sequential manner or in a very effective manner. This is what I'm going to discuss in upcoming slides. First, let's start with the motive. The motive behind this question is the interviewer wants to understand your background. Where do you come from? About your family members, the kind of place that you have been through, the college from where you have got the education, the medium that in by which you have got your education, each and every single thing. The interviewer wants to understand your personality, what kind of person you are, your attitude. And if you have got some work experience, or you have worked as an intern or anything, in that case, what kind of work you prefer to do, what kind of work, what kind of varieties of work you have worked or you have done, the interviewer wants to understand, wants to know everything, and according to that, he will be judging you. Next is whatever skills or work that you have done, the interviewer wants to understand your quality, the quality of skills that you have got, the quality of personality that you have, the attitude that you have. He wants to understand about your non-IT skills, IT skills means like those subjective knowledge that is required for job profile, for example, Python language or Java or you know any mechanical thing or whatever according to your job profile. Non-IT skills means like your behavior, your communication skills, your way of speaking, body language, all these things. So just with this question, the interviewer wants to know all these things. This is the entire motive behind this question. The second thing that you need to understand is what kind of things that you should include while giving answer to this question. First is you should always mention only relevant achievements or relevant awards or courses or hobbies or strengths. Everything has to be very relevant according to the job profile and description and the company as well. Now, here relevant means, you know, those achievements which is exactly according to, which is exactly according to the job description or which is going to boost your profile. For example, if the job description says that they are looking for someone who knows Python. In that case, you have to talk about courses related to Python, competitions related to Python, the prize or awards that you have got in Python, or the work experience where you have used Python to develop different softwares, right? The kind you have to mention the companies where you have worked using the software Python, right? In Python, what can you do? What are the different complex situations or solutions that you can provide to any questions related to Python? You have to talk about, you have to include all these things. Now, suppose if you are applying as an English teacher, in that case, you have to talk about the complexities of the English language, the different, like present perfect, past perfect, simple past, differences between them, then what are the syllables that you are going to cover, mentality, or how to understand the personality of the student, how to understand the requirement of the student. You have to discuss all about things. You have to showcase indirectly or directly by using relevant experience, relevant hobbies, relevant achievements or awards, everything. Okay. And in a similar manner, like suppose being an English trainer, how to teach them in a very sequential manner and how to change the approach of teaching as per the students. You have to understand each and every single thing. You have to let the interviewer understand and know everything in a direct or indirect manner. And this is only possible if you are talking relevant things. Like suppose if you have got some, certifications in TESOL or TEFL, CELTA or something. You have got awards like best trainer in some institute or coaching or whatever, right? The kind of courses that you have gone through, for example, suppose if you have gone through IELTS courses or if you have gone teachers training courses or whatever it is. Okay. Like in the hobbies, you can mention that you like reading books, you like reading newspapers, you like watching English movies or whatever you want to mention. Okay. In the similar way, I'll give you more examples in the exact job interviews and placement training course or ECC. Next is inclusion. After the inclusion, next is exclusion. In the exclusion, you have to see whenever you are giving your introduction, you don't have to mention everything that you have done in your life. Rather, you have to include only those things which are very precise and concise to the point. And you have to exclude all those work experience or personality traits, about your skills, hobbies, certifications, which is going to contradict your job profile, like irrelevant experience. For example, suppose if you are applying as a software developer, okay, and you have worked with many software companies, but with one company you have worked as a salesperson or some other profile. In that case, you don't have to mention, you can exclude that sales profile, which is completely contradicting. That is about client dealing, this is about sales, right? This is about software development, right? So sometimes the work experience could be void, even could be more wider, right? So could be wider. So you have to be very careful while including everything. You have to exclude all those irrelevant experiences. You don't have to mention anything in the resume or introduction that will confuse the interviewer. Next is whatever skill set that you have got, make sure you are being very precise. Next is regarding the hobbies, especially regarding the hobbies. If you talk about dancing, singing, all these things are good for freshers, good to go ahead with freshers. But in case of experience holders, dancing, singing, these kind of hobbies are a bit childish. Okay. Now after this, you need to understand how to deliver your introduction, the sequence of the introduction, how to put all your skills in a very in a very priority order. For example, whenever you start your self introduction, you have to mention about your name, your place you come from, then your education qualification in a sequential manner 10th, 12th, and graduation, or you are pursuing something, what are you doing right now, your job experiences. Then you have to talk about your hobbies, your achievements, your awards, everything in a very prioritized manner. Prioritized manner means whenever you are mentioning your skills in the introduction, you have to be very careful. You have to set a priority. Suppose if the job profile is asking for Python, you have to mention Python top. Then after Python, you have to add any other thing. If your job description is asking you to be, have a good communication skills, then all those personality or all those personality traits or that skills that you have got that is going to boost your profile as a good communicator, that has to be at top, followed by the least prioritized one. Okay. Next one is caution. Well, this is a very important part of self introduction. Whenever interviewer asks any question, you need to understand the body language of the interviewer. Suppose if the interviewer is seeing the resume like this and he's saying, okay, so Mr. Rahul, tell me something about yourself. Now, Rahul started like, my name is Rahul and I'm from blah blah blah. So, in that case, it is showcasing that you are not a good listener, or it could also show, present you to be, you to be giving a very cramped up answer, mugged up answer, right? So, don't do that. Go with the flow, speak according to the body language of the interviewer, because unless and until you are not in a sync with the interviewer, you can't connect with them. And if you can't connect with the interviewer, you can't, hold his attention towards yourself, which is the most important part. Unless until you are not able to connect with the interviewer, you can't captivate with any of your answers. Okay. So you have to talk something very interesting about yourself. You have to see what is the interviewer trying to do. If the interviewer is trying to see your resume, it means he has gone through your educational qualification, your name, your place, everything. Now you have to talk something very interesting about you that will compel the interviewer to know more about you, ask more about you. You have to talk something out of the box. Okay. So this was all about self-introduction. I hope you like this video. And in upcoming classes, if you enroll for job interviews and placement training, or if you join our community that is EngConvo's Career Club, I'll be discussing more, I'll be taking more and more examples of job profile, and according to that, I'll be discussing what to include, what to exclude, how to put, how to talk about your strengths, what kind of caution that you need to take, right? Followed by this question, I will also work on other questions like where do you want to see yourself in next 5 years? Why do you want to join this company? Why should we hire you? And many other HR questions, and how to answer those questions in a very diplomatic and strategic manner. To learn all these things about the organization skills, organization research, profile research, and how to prepare yourself, how to have the confidence, how to present yourself in a very confident, fluent, and very precise manner. To learn all these things through live classes and mock interviews, join EngConvo. Join job interviews and placement training course and be part of our ECC, EngConvo's Career Club. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.